Students, Sairam, this is Megha Miss here, and today we will be continuing with our lesson number 2, that is work and energy in science. Okay, now we'll just have a recap of what things you studied in the previous presentation. Okay, you studied about the definition of work. Okay, in journal you saw first the definition, that was any of the physical or mental activity which you do in your whole day. We will call that you are doing a work. Okay, but here we are thinking in terms of physics. So in terms of physics you have that work done when you will say when you apply a force to any object and the displacement of the object takes place in the direction of the force, we say that the work is done. Okay students, I hope you have studied the definition. Now next you saw two types of work done, okay, in journal in science, that is the physical work and the mental work. Okay, then you saw for formula for the work done. What was the formula? Work done is equal to force into displacement, that is capital F multiplied by small letter s. Yes students, you should write it in the small letter only. S should be small letter, W will be capital letter, F will be capital letter. Okay, then you saw a derivation explaining three types of work, that is positive work done, negative work done and zero work done. What was positive work done? The positive work done was when the force applied and the displacement which has taken place are in same direction. Yes students, that time it is a positive work done. Negative work done when the applied force and the displacement which has taken place are in opposite directions, then the work done will be negative. And when it will be zero work done when the applied force and the displacement are perpendicular to each other. Okay students, so that time you will be having the work done as 0, that is theta will be 90 degree. Okay students, I hope you remember all these three types of work done. Okay, now we are going to study about today's session. We will be studying the units of work. Okay, now what is the units of work? Work is equal to force into displacement. In SI system, the unit of force is Newton. Okay, remember this, unit of force is Newton in SI system and of displacement is meter. Thus, the unit of work done is Newton meter and this Newton meter is known as joule. Okay students, I have written the spelling in blue color and very important, that is the unit, SI unit of work done is joule. Okay, how you can write it? It can be written as Newton meter also, but we never write it Newton meter, we write it as joule. Okay students, remember SI system, force will be having the unit as Newton and the displacement will be having the unit as meter. Okay students, I hope you understood what is joule. Okay, now we'll be having the definition for 1 joule of work done. Okay, how you will define 1 joule? If a force of 1 Newton displaces an object through 1 meter in the direction of the force, the amount of work done on an object is 1 joule. Okay students, so some keywords I'll tell you, you remember that. Okay, force, how much force? 1 Newton. Displacement, how much displacement? 1 meter. In the direction of the force, very important sentence. Okay, then the work done will be 1 joule. Simple? Yes, I hope you have taken a book and a pen and you will jot down this important definitions. Okay, now while writing it, how I'll write it? 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton multiplied by 1 meter. So if you're not writing the complete spelling joule, you can write it as capital J. Okay, but it should be the capital letter J for the joule. Okay, now in CGS system, the unit of force is dyne. Okay, now in SI system we have seen, now we will see in CGS system. In CGS system, the unit of force is dyne and that of displacement is centimeter now here. Okay, thus the unit of work done is dyne centimeter. This is called an erg. What you will call it as the erg. Okay, Now we'll define again 1 erg of work done. Okay, what is that? 1 erg. If a force of 1 dyne displaces an object through 1 centimeter in the direction of the force, the amount of work done is 1 erg. Okay students, what you will remember here? Again the keywords. How much force? 1 dyne. How much displacement? 1 centimeter. Okay, in the direction of the force. Very important, as I told you before also. Such type of work done is how much work done? 1 erg. Okay, now while writing, how you will write it? 1 erg is equal to 1 dyne into 1 centimeter. Okay, now we are going to study the next concept of relationship between joule and erg. Now what is this relationship between joule and erg? It is important because while solving the sums, you may be asked to convert the answer from joule to erg or from erg to joule. Then what you are going to do? We will see this relationship is going to help you. Okay, we know 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to 5 dyne. Okay, and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. These two relationships we are going to use, and we will solve a small mathematical equation, we can say. Okay, now see here, work is equal to force multiplied by displacement. This you have studied the formula. Now 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. This you have studied in SI system. You have 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton multiply 1 meter. Now you have seen 1 Newton means how much dyne? It will be 10 raised to 5 dyne. Okay, multiply by 100 centimeter, that is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So I have substituted those values. Okay, so now this 10 raised to 5, and here it is 2 zeros of 100. So 5 plus this 2 zeros, it will become 7. So it is written there 10 raised to 7 dyne centimeter. Okay, and dyne centimeter we write it as erg. Yes students, so 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 erg. I hope you understood this relationship. Yes, again we will see work is equal to force multiplied by displacement. 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton multiply 1 meter. This was the in SI, right? 1 joule is equal to, now you saw before the two relationship, 1 Newton is 10 raised to 5 dyne. So that I have substituted, multiply by 1 meter is how much centimeter? 100. Now here 10 raised to 5 is given, right? So and here 100. So how many zeros? 2. And here 5 zeros. So 5 plus 2 will be 7. So 10 raised to 7 dyne centimeter. And dyne centimeter I can write it as erg. Yes student. So I got the relationship 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 erg. Okay. So if you get your answer in joules of the work done, and if I ask you to convert it into erg, so you will multiply the answer with 10 raised to 7. Okay students, then your answer will automatically get converted to erg. Okay students, did you understand this relationship? Okay, now we are going to study a small experiment for the again type of work done, positive, negative and 0. Okay, you are going to give me answers, I can say, you keep in your mind. Okay, from the experiment we'll see. Now what experiment we are going to see? Take a plastic cup and make a hole in the center of its bottom. Now you are going to take that plastic cups which are there, you will take that which you are using to drink tea or water, and what you are going to do, you are going to make a hole in between. Now what you are going to do, take a long thread, double it and pass it through the hole. Okay, tie a thick enough knot at end so that the knot will not pass through the hole, taking care that the two loose ends are below the bottom of the cup. Okay, what you are going to do, you are going to tie from inside, you are going to take that thread, what you will insert, double thread, you will make it an insert, you will tie a knot from inside, and two ends whatever will be there, they will be left loose. Okay, and below the bottom of the cup. Tie a nut each to the two ends as shown in figure. We are going to see that 2.4 figure. Now do the following. Okay. As shown in figure A, put a cup on a table. Keep one of the nut in the cup and let the thread carrying the other nut hang down along the side of the table. What happens? Okay, see, this is the diagram of figure A. Can you see that cup I have kept in between? Yes, one nut is inside and one nut is down, hanging down. Okay, you can see the labeling, thread, whatever I have tied. Okay, this is your figure A. Okay, this is my first arrangement of my experiment. Okay, now what will be my next one? We will see that. Okay, now next what I am going to do is, for the next one I am going to take again that plastic cup, same way. Again one nut is inside, another nut is hanging, but can you see something black color is kept on that table? That is a ruler. Okay, I have kept a ruler in between. Okay, so this is my arrangement for the figure B, means the second arrangement what I have done. Okay, now third arrangement we will see what I am doing. Can you see my third arrangement? I have kept the nut as it is in between. One more nut I have tied on the other side of the table. Okay, can you see three nuts are there now, black color? One is inside, one is hanging on one side and another on another side. Okay, so here that is 2.4 diagram what we are going to study, that is positive, negative and zero work. Okay students, I hope you understood these arrangements. Okay, now you are going to answer my questions. Okay, you keep the answer in your mind. I am going to give you answers also, but you are going to tell me in these three conditions what type of work done is there. Okay, now see here, what are my question for figure A? Why does the cup get pulled? Okay, do you think the cup will be getting pulled because of the nut which is hanging down? Yes, the cup will be getting pulled. Okay, why that you think? Now figure B, what is the relation between the displacement of the cup and the force applied through the ruler? Okay, you are going to tell me what is the relationship, means the displacement of cup is there and the force ruler will also apply. Okay, so what is their connection? Think. In figure C, why doesn't the cup get displaced? The cup is not moving only, they are saying in figure C. Okay, and fourth question you have to answer, what is the type of work done in figures A, B and C? Okay, in the three actions above, what is the relationship between the applied force and the displacement? You are going to tell me that also. Okay students, think. Okay, I'll give you some time, you think and tell me. Okay, I'll give you the answers for all these four. Okay, in the first I am saying cup is getting pulled towards the nut which is hanging down. Second one they are saying try to find the relationship between the displacement of cup and the force which is applied by the ruler. If I have kept the ruler, some force will be applied by that ruler also. In the C they are saying that the cup doesn't get displaced. Okay, and you are going to find out what type of work done is there in A, B and C. Okay, come on, think. In short, you keep something in your mind, you have understood something. Okay, very easy experiment and some answers you may get also. Okay, shall we come to answers? At least you must have guessed something, at least one or two answers from these questions. I hope. That much smart you all are. Yes. Okay, we'll move to answers. Yes, see. What are my answers? First one, the applied force is greater than the force of friction between the surface of the table and the cup and the thread. Now what is happening? The cup, whatever the nut is inside the cup and the nut which is hanging, the force which is applied by the nut which is hanging is more as compared to the force of friction. Yes, as the cup is kept on the table, there will be the friction force that is less, and because of that the cup is getting moved towards the force which is more, that is because of the nut which is hanging. Okay students, understood this? Okay, Second one, their directions are opposite. Now whatever the force will be applied by the ruler will be in the direction opposite to the force which is applied by the cup and the nut. Okay, and hence the cup will get only displaced till the ruler. Okay, then the net force on the cup is 0. Third diagram, what you saw, both the nuts were hanging from both the sides, so the same amount of force was applied from both the sides. Hence in figure C you will see that the cup is not getting displaced. Okay, so fourth one, what type of work done? First one, positive. As the nut was pulling it, the cup moved towards the force of the nut. My work done is positive because the displacement was in direction of the force. Okay, second one, the cup displaced only till the ruler. Okay, and hence the both the force by the ruler and the nut, they got cancelled out. Cup did not move further, so my work done is 0. Okay students, and in C diagram also you saw that both the nuts were pulling the cup with the same force, and hence there also no work done, and hence the work done is 0. Okay student, so did you understand the experiment that showed us 3 types of work: positive, 0, 0 respectively. Okay students, so unbalanced force causes displacement of the body. When the forces are unbalanced, then the displacement will take place. But if the force balance out each other, they will not cause any displacement, and hence there will be 0 type of work done. I hope you understood the important relation that the force should be unbalanced, then only displacement will take place. Okay student, I hope you understood this experiment. Now the next we are going to solve some sums. So first example, it is your textbook example. You can study again by example we will see. Okay, calculate the work done to take an object of mass 20 kg to a height of 10 meter. Okay students, and G value you are going to use it 9.8 meter per second square. This is the standard value. Okay, always a G value will be 9.8 meter per second square. Now given, what is given to us? Mass, that is small m, is equal to 20 kg. S, that is the displacement. Height is given, so height means my object got that much displaced, so that is 10 meter. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Now what is the formula to find the force? Mass into gravity, that is m multiplied by G. Okay, what is my mass? 20 multiplied by minus 9.8. Now why I have taken negative sign is taken because the displacement is opposite to the direction of the force. Okay students, why? Because here both the directions are opposite. How opposite? See, how much is the object and where it has taken? It has went to a height of 10 meter. So the gravitational pull is downwards, but the displacement of object is upward, so the directions are opposite. So I have written minus 9.8. Okay, so 20 multiplied by minus 9.8, you will get force is equal to minus 196 Newton. Okay students, you are going to solve this sum in your notebook, do the calculations. Okay, so therefore now what is our work done formula? W is equal to force into S, so is equal to minus 196 multiplied by 10. So W is equal to minus 1960 joule. So negative sign indicates that as the direction of force is opposite to the direction of displacement, work done is negative. Yes students, minus sign has come, so here our work done is negative. I hope you understood this sum. Okay, now the next one we will see. Second sum. Ravi applied a force of 10 Newton and moved a book 30 centimeter in the direction of the force. Now here from this only you will understand the work done is positive. How much was the work done by Ravi? Given. Force is equal to 10 Newton. Okay. S, small letter s, is equal to 30 centimeter. I have to convert it into meter because it should be in SI system. So 0.3 meter to find W. So So what is my solution? W is equal to F multiplied by small letter s. So 10 multiplied by 0.3 is equal to 3 joule. So the work done by Ravi is 3 joules. Final answer important. Okay student, very simple sum. I hope when you will solve it again in your notebook, you will understand both the sums clearly. Okay, so here we come to the end of today's session. What we studied today? So today we studied about units of work, that was joule and erg. Relationship between joule and erg. What was the relationship? 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 erg. Activity proving different types of work done: positive, negative, negative. We saw 3. Yes. What we saw? Positive, negative and zero. 3 types of work, sorry. But here in our experiment we saw that was positive, 0 and 0. Then sums to calculate the work done. So I hope you have understood today's session. I will stop it here. You are going to study all the sums, formulas, relationship clearly. Okay. Thank you. Sai Ram.